if you're in a homeowners association and you're looking to hire a roofing company, the reason why I would hire EAS Roofing is because we've invested the money into a roofing company. You know, we're not a deck company, we're not a concrete company. We do roofing every single day. We've invested into the Equipter, which is the RB4000 debris removal, and the catch-all to protect the landscaping. We have a great CRM system that is dedicated to roofing companies that allows our team to stay on par with exactly what needs to happen at the job site. We also have a state-of-the-art showroom down here with our shingle boards on display. It allows you to come in here and get a true visual on what it's going to look like. So whenever you're dealing with a homeowners association, you're doing a project, it is important to take a couple different steps versus just your normal home. One of the things that we do at EAS is we like to make sure that everybody's going to be involved in that project sees it in person before we get started. And that means the project manager, the production manager who's even just doing the scheduling, as well as the sales guys that's selling it, and most importantly, the guy that's going to be installing it, our foreman. When we're out at the property, we're going to look for places to put our dumpster as well as our material location so it's out of the way of every homeowner. The sales guy's going to go around and take some pictures of the property. He wants to ensure that any property damage that's already there is documented. So another unique thing with EAS Roofing is we've invested over $100,000 into equipment to just protect our homeowners' investments. And with homeowner associations, it really comes in handy because they have large-scale projects. So we actually have 2 equipters out at the project at one time, and we want to find out where we're going to put those equipters at so it's most convenient for the crew as well as the homeowners that are walking in and out of the property. The other thing that we do at EAS is we like to fly a drone on the roofs to inspect them. So before we get started on the jobs, they want an order of which one is the most urgent roof that should be replaced. So we'll take a drone around and we will fly it around and we're going to inspect the roof up close. And I mean, these cameras are 4K. You know, you've got crystal clear images just as if you were up on the roof. So whenever we were working with the homeowners association, some of the questions that they have asked us was number one, where are the materials going to go? Where's the dumpster going to go? Is there going to be a facility for the crew to go to the bathroom throughout the day? Are they going to need access to the clubhouse? We try to handle everything in-house for that. So like for instance, when we hired our dumpster company, we made sure that they have a bathroom on it. So we use a company called Redbox Plus. It's a 30-yard dumpster with a porta john on it, so the crew's always had a place to go to the bathroom. When we developed the scope of work, and every homeowner that has a unit there, you know, up to 100, 150 different homeowners have different nuances about their roof. You know, some have a sun tunnel, which is a skylight that allows light in. Some have a skylight, and others have an attic fan that, you know, needs to be removed. So you have to analyze each property in its own and decide on what's the best plan of action for that homeowner. So with EAS Roofing, we have a great CRM system that we utilize, and our sales rep's going to go out to every single property and he's going to take photos of the project. During so, if there's any special request, whether a skylight needs to be replaced, it's going to be noted on that account. So we don't have one big master account for one homeowners association. We're going to have an account for every single home that we're doing. The day of the install, our crew shows up usually first thing in the morning. Project manager's there with them, and they're going to start setting up the catch-all, which is our tarping system that's netted to prevent the shrubs and grass from being burnt out. We protect the property before we ever start tearing off the roof. We put on our Equipter plates that prevents debris from falling off of your roof, and we put our Equipter in place to catch the debris from falling down where we're throwing it into the Equipter. The crew goes up onto the roof, they get started, and as they're tearing off from the top down, and they're papering the top of the roof to get ready for the shingles to be boomed up onto the roof. And all a boom truck is it's a big crane that picks the shingles up, puts them up onto the roof, and it allows our crews to conveniently unload them on the roof where they're going to be working at. Once they tear off the roofing system, they're unloading the Equipter throughout the day. We run a magnet to prevent any nails from being stepped on or ran over, and we start our installation process. We're going to start from the bottom of the roof on our way up, starter strip, drip edge, our ice and water shield. And throughout this process, anytime we run into a bad piece of wood, we're going to take photos of it, upload it to our CRM system, and replace it. So the number one warranty that any homeowner or homeowners association should be concerned about is workmanship. There was a study that I've read on that 98% of roofing systems that fail because of workmanship. So number one is the workmanship warranty. With EAS, we provide a 10-year workmanship warranty. At this point, you can take out of the budget for the next 10 years any roof repairs that you may occur in. The second warranty that you want to be concerned about is the material warranty, the manufacturer's warranty. We're certified with our shingle manufacturer, and not just one shingle manufacturer, but two. We're certified with Owens Corning as well as CertainTeed. This allows you to make the decision on what shingle fits your budget, because every shingle manufacturer has different levels of shingles, and every shingle manufacturer have a different wide range of colors. So this opens the door to more variety, and it also offers the door to more of a discount. When you're hiring a certified company, you're usually getting the premium pricing on your products. I am on the job site very frequently. I help them throughout the process in setting up a game plan. I meet with the board of directors to make sure that they understand exactly what we're going to do. They have a face to the name. You know, they don't just see EAS, they actually know what it stands for now. And, you know, and I'm proud to say that I was out there. I was on the roof. I was throughout the project helping identify different issues that could possibly come up, preventing them from occurring, and dealing with the minor hiccups along the road that you're going to have whenever dealing with a job of this size.